Although I do not believe 1 ounce of this storyline between Drew and Porsha, I must admit, if any ounce of it is true, Porsha is experiencing nothing less than the chickens coming home to roost. Now, is y'all ready to talk about this episode? Let's juice.
Come on, Blazer.
It's a beef for me.
Wah, 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little juice or whatever the case may be. And we doing Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 59,000, episode 29 million. Girl, we gonna call it Porsha's Revenge or the Revenge for Porsha. I don't know what we gonna call it. I'll put it on the doggone thumbnail. But let me just say this, y'all. It's getting to where, Roa, you need to tread light. The stories are too produced. I think the realest one is the one with Shamir and her surrogate, and we're going to get into that. But all this other stuff is just giving like, okay, you gave me fabulousness the first episode. The second episode, you starting to play in my face. And I don't like people playing in my face. Roa, tread light. Please tread light. But the episode was mid. I ain't gonna lie, it was mid. But we're going to make the best of it with the recap as we always do. So now we got a few things taking place. We have Kelly trying to open up another Nana's Waffles and Chicken or something like that. She only had one location, but she's trying to expand because her ex-husband done took everything from her. Then we also got, what's the girl, Angela, trying to take up for Drew. And it's just like, girl, is that the one with the nasal nose? Yeah, we gonna get into her too and that nose. We also gonna get into all these girls bleaching. I'm talking about Kelly and what's the other one? Not Angel. We gonna get to her. Is the other two doggone bleaching? Because they looking hella dark in the doggone confessionals and very light-skinned it on the screen. And I have a few questions. So we got that. Who else we got on here, girl? Angela, if she's the one married to Charles Oakley, girl, if you wanted to be embarrassed in front of a whole crowd of people, you didn't have to come to Roa to do it because he stay checking you, girl. But I don't know. That seems a little weird there, too. It's just a lot going on. And this Porsha thing is just what it is. Porsha, girl, we don't want to see the fake tears. You're not a great actress. You're not even a good actress. Actually, you're a horrible actress. So the sliding down the wall with the fake tears, he's not worth my tears. It's just giving Porsha, go lay. Please, Porsha, go lay. Just go lay. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Just go lay. Please. Girl, it don't make no sense, girl. Why you stopping your man bag? Because you want some sort of blind loyalty that you have for nobody. Simon. Oh, and by the way, she won't get on here and say she ain't know all of this. But every time they travel, they getting frisked. Stopped and frisked by all of the TSA agents. Porsha, girl, I was about to curse, girl. You know what? Let's get into the episode. Grab your tings, girl. Put your earbuds in. Let's get right on into it. So now the episode opens up where we left off. Shamir is asking all of the hard questions for Porsha. She's asking Drew, girl, is you with that lady baby father? Because she want to know. Now, Shamir is giving, you came on here to give us all this fabulousness for nothing in return because you still acting like a co-pilot. You are Batman, not Robin. Has anybody told you that? And look at Drew. Drew, you look a mess. I mean, I don't know why you be cute and still look a mess. And that reaction is just too much. So now here come, what's her name? Cynthia. I know nobody better not be friends and working with none of my 5 ex-husbands, especially Leon, because I love him the most. Cynthia, go lay down. Go lay down. We don't have time. So then Porsha wants to tell Drew, she was like, girl, I really felt some type of way because I was really your friend. Like in real life, like I let you be an ambassador for Go Naked Hair because your hair always looked at a mess. She was like, now Dennis had showed me your photos from the birthday party and allegedly they said that y'all was over there dressed alike. She was like, but when I had seen the photos, girl, you looked at washed. I said, she did what? Girl, Porsha said you looked at washed, Drew. And you know what? You look washed here. So I believe it. We're not even going to go into asking what's going on. So now Drew wants a chance to explain herself. She said, listen, I am not washed. I was just stressed. Porsha said, yeah, stressed too, girl. Your bags are all up under your eyes. You looked at a mess. But anyway, Drew wants Porsha to know, girl, I don't want your husband. It's just that he came as an angel in disguise. She said, when I was at my darkest, he brought light. But ultimately, we was making a song for you, girl. He love you. I don't want your husband. I already got a lot going on with Wreck-It Ralph. I love you and he love you, girl. Please. And look at Porsha. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. I don't want you filming with my man. Oh, I'm sorry, my baby father. And I've asked him not to film, and I don't want you to film with him neither. Porsha, how dare you? You was filming with Simon before you took that lady husband. Watch out, girl. Watch out. And speaking of watch out, this is Kelly. Now, on my soul, when Kelly get in the confessionals, I don't know if they don't put the light on or they, you know what I'm saying? The filters don't filter. But Kelly, you turned into old Lil Kim in this confessional. And I don't know why you turned into the new Lil Kim in the doggone scenes. I'm of confusion. And speaking of confusion, so is doggone, what's the girl name? Kenya. Kenya was like, girl, is this about Dennis or is this about the show or about the music? Like, what's going on? Girl, I don't know neither, Kenya. I have no idea. Nobody knows, actually, because it's all produced. And I don't care what Porsha sit across that couch and say. Porsha sat up there and told the girl, I gave you clothes, I gave you shoes, and I gave you hair. You've been busted and disgusted ever since you've been over there with my baby father. And that should teach you a lesson. And just like Drew's face, girl, wrap this up by 9. Please. 9 p.m. tonight, wrap this up. I don't care that Drew's over there with Dennis. If she is sliding him a little bootay on the side as she should, the way you slid some on failing husband. We not about to do it. No, we not. No, we not. Now, in the confessional, they asking her, girl, what's the real deal? Is it because she over there working with your man? And Porsha is saying, no, she just need a support system just for her. Girl, bye. And anyways, Shamir interrupts and tell the girls, let's go have white cake in the white room, on the white pool, in the white patios with the white folks. And they all jump up and, Porsha's still shading out Drew. And I'm saying, girl, all of y'all shut up. So now the happy birthday calls for Shamir to tell the girls to jump in the pool with my outfit on and my makeup and my hair. Is you crazy? You providing a shower and another outfit after we get out? Girl, bye. But they all jumped in. She said her real friend's gonna jump in. Now at first Porsha didn't jump in, but she jumped in later. I caught that part. Let's move on. So now moving on, Angela Oakley is in the kitchen with Charles Oakley because all he could do right now is cook anyway ever since his knees gave out in the 90s with the Bulls. But anyways, he up there hiding about the kitchen was dirty and her daughter said she thought she cleaned it up. You're too old. If you cook something, clean up behind yourself. I'm acting like this is my house, girl, and this is my kitchen. I'm sorry, I have a pet peeve with kitchens. Clean up behind yourself when you make that peanut butter and jelly. He shouldn't have to come in here and have to clean up behind you. You too old. Ain't you 24? Clean up behind yourself or I'll kick you out. You feel me? But anyways, she tells us, my husband is Charles Oakley of the Bulls. Girl, we know. You done said it 1,000 times. The only people care is the people who live in Chicago. And they're not even Bull fans no more. We tired. Anyways, she talks about how they got all these children together, but only one together. And I'm just like, okay. And it seems that her claim to fame is marrying him. Even though she said they switched numbers 10 years ago. And then 10 years later, he moved into an apartment complex and they started creeping up and down the stairs or something like that. And that she learned she can't change him. Girls, you can't change nobody like him. You just have to love him or hate him or whatever, but you can't change him. Girl, bye. You know what I mean? So now she telling her daughter about the party because the daughter was like, well, Ma, how was the party? She said, girl, Sterling Halls is a time, girl. It is an experience. She said, then on top of that, Shamir husband bought her a culinary culinary or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And look at Charles Oakley. You better not look over here. The only culinary you gonna get is these dishes in the sink. And I said, girl, he takes every opportunity to let you know you ain't worth a dime, girl. All this to say you got a husband? Go ahead on, Charles. Keep embarrassing her because she just want it. That's what she wants, so let's just give it to her. You feel what I'm saying? So neither here nor there. She goes on to talk about the mess that was going on with Shamir and Porsha and Drew. And the husband basically saying, don't talk about it. Like, don't be messy like them girls. Have them girls get like you. You supposed to set the standard. But she's messy like the rest of the girls, Charles. Mind your business and click them pots. That's what you doing. And look at the daughter. Even the daughter had to put her head down when she was like, well, I'm just saying, I wouldn't want my friends working with you after we not together. He said, I wouldn't even work with none of them lames. Girl, thank God the son came downstairs. Now, that must be the son they got together. The son came downstairs looking for something to eat. Probably was upstairs playing video games all day. He the only one came and broke up this real crazy scene right here. And I'm so happy he did, girl. Let's move on. So now Kenya meets up with Porsha. You know they used to beef hella hard back in the Gap. Remember when Porsha said, bye, Ashy, and all this stuff? But they decided, or at least Porsha decided, girl, we too old for all this beef. We could just go ahead on and move forward. Now, Kenya is inviting Porsha out there to get her tea because we still don't know why it's taking her longer to get divorced than her entire marriage. And I'm talking about Kenya here. But she was like, girl, what is going on? I saw you swinging the block and got your little Rolls Royce back, girl. What's tea? She also asked, how in the world did Shamir, Drew end up working with Dennis, girl? So Porsha was like, yes, I did give her my blessing. He did call me. She did hit me up and ask me about it. It was more of a text. She was like, but you know, Dennis used to write children's books and did a children album for my daughter. Girl, please. Please. But basically, she said her and her baby father is in a very good place after all of the drama they had in the past. And she don't want nobody to come in and interfere with that. And as it goes for Simon, she said, you know, Simon had a lot of real crazy things about him. We was together or whatever. She was like, he stayed posting online. She was like, but I had some things that I needed to discover about him, especially as it pertains to him being a fugitive. She said, I had no clue, Cap. Then she also said that Simon had been not only getting stopped and frisked down to the airport, he was married and she's the 5th wife. And look at Kenya, you say the 5th? Yes, girl, not pleading the fifth wife. Now, Porsha said one of the marriages wasn't real, but still, that's 5 wives before her. And you know what? It makes sense. Because Porsha is so smart and so slow at the same time. Smart and slow. She should start a Walmart. A smart and slow mart or something like that. It's just ridiculous. You can't make this up. You literally can't. And I'm not buying that Porsha had no idea of all this stuff that was going on with Simon. Girl, you knew. Because it was all over the blogs. Soon as you got with this man, all the blogs, when it pulled up all his teeth, we not buying it. But she goes on to tell us she was tricked because after her book, Simon had said he's never going to hurt her the way every other man hurt her before. And I'm saying, girl, that is textbook. You about to get hurt. Let's move on. I'm not doing this. So now moving on, Kelly is going to look at a space. She said she had another space or another restaurant in McDonough. She said that she's looking to expand. Now she's going there. I don't know if this is her manager. I can't remember. And they looking at a space she wants open by July. Another Nana's, waffles, and chicken and syrup and stuff. Now, the guy is telling her, girl, you saying you want this thing open by July. You're really pushing the line. I don't think it's going to work. She said it is going to work because I want it to work because I'm trying to build generational wealth. So here she go in the doggone confessional talking about how that man done took everything from her, put her on child support, spousal support, all the supports. She want to build generational wealth and sell chicken and waffles for her children so they can have generational wealth. She said she never been to culinary school, but she still want generational wealth through waffles and syrup. Now, here go the project manager telling her straight up, girl, it's not going to happen. And she was like, oh, I want it to happen. It's going to happen. He said, it's not going to happen, girl. You need this. You need that. You don't have this. You don't have that. And she was like, we're going to make it happen. I love that the project manager was like, girl, listen, as your project manager, I'm supposed to tell you the truth. But she ain't hearing it, but I'm glad he told her. And you know, the one thing I did realize is how small and short she is. My girl is like a little, you know, small little person, huh? She got to be about 4'2", 4'3". Girl, she real little, huh? Go ahead on, girl. Let's move on. We ain't going to spend too much time on this. So now Britt and her not her gay best friend. I'm sorry. Britt and her husband decides to come down and have a bit of champagne to discuss their new life. She said that they going to sell her mama house so her mama can move in. And they need to hurry up and get ready to buy their new house. She said because they're trying to have a new baby and she wants the baby at the new house. So now she climbs into the confessional to tell us that her and her husband, they met. She said she told them they can go out on a trip somewhere, but they can't do no, clapping. And he said that's fine, and they didn't do no clapping. And that's when she knew he was the one. It's giving playing more into my theory. I ain't gonna lie. But other than that, is it me? Or whenever this girl get to talking in the confessional, she sound like this?
Well, me and my husband, we wanted to make things right. So we decided that we were going to just, buy the house, not worry about getting married so early, just kind of like focus on us and the kids.
Is it just me? Girl, unpinch your nose. Like Tony unbroke her heart. Girl, what is going on? Fix your nose, girl. So now she over there peer pressuring the man to hurry up and have her mom sell the house because she don't want her mama living upstairs with her. She want the mama, they want to build a mother-in-law suite or something downstairs or something. And she wants to know if they going to have the baby first or if they going to buy the house. That man said he don't care. And plus, every time she keep talking about having this baby, he keep hollering allegedly. Now, this is my thing. Why would this man who your husband, whenever you say you want to have a baby and get pregnant, he over there hollering allegedly? Make it make sense. Is y'all even, clapping? Because I know you say you didn't clap on the first vacation. Is y'all clapping at all right now? That man is so over her. And I don't blame him. I would be too. She's a beautiful girl, though. That's the craziest part. It's just like, like she said, I'll give her this. She said, I'm a self-made millionaire. She sell insurance. Now, I seen the advertisement. Looked like you were selling a little bit more than that, but okay. She said she met him, and he was her client. I said, okay, that's not cool, but neither here nor there. And she really loved her husband, and she's trying to plan out her family. Now, she's one of those people who plan everything step by step, and obviously, he is not. He basically tells her everything don't have to go in line the way that it does. And she was like, yes, it do. It's obviously that they are, different as far as behaviors and things of nature, how they, communicate and how they do stuff. He's more or less, I ain't gonna lie, the whole episode, the whole scene, he just look like he over her. He just do. He look like he just tired. Like it don't even matter. But she's still relentless, talking about having this baby. She said she ain't getting no older. Them eggs almost got freezer burnt on them. They put them in the freezer, but they almost freezer burnt. She said we need to figure out in which manner we are going to have these churn, okay? We need to get these kids out the way. And look at the mama. When he hollers, allegedly, the mama say, ain't no allegedly. I said, ain't building nothing. Send her back home. Girl, y'all got money. Get a nanny around there. I'm not about to play with mama. Now, this the part that got me. So as Britt and her new husband was over there, talking about whatever, the mama said, come on, let's go get in the sauna. And then she asked Britt's husband, is you coming? I said, is he what? Mama, why is you asking that lady husband to come get in the sauna with you? Girl, he told them, hell no, I'm not getting in the sauna. Hell no. He is over Britt. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all want to get on here and make it seem like this is a real couple in love. Girl, this giving me beer tease. Girl, I ain't gonna lie. And look how he looking. Girl, he like, I wish they hurry up with this episode or this season so I can go back to my life, girl. I had to stay out the streets just for this episode to air, girl, please. He is over it. And I don't blame you because she seemed like a lot, girl. She's a beautiful girl. She just seemed like a lot. Let's move on. So now Shamir goes to see her surrogate. This the same girl who had the baby for Candy. Candy little girl. They around here sharing uteruses and all of that. Now, this is my thing. I got to be honest and I got to call it fair. Shamir said she had been having IVF issues before with all of this and she wanted to have another baby. She never said she had natural issues getting pregnant. She said she had issues with the IVF. And I really feel like a lot of these girls in Atlanta get money and they rather go for convenience and have somebody else have their baby. I think that's what happened here. I think that's what happened with Candy. And I think that's what happened to Shamir. And I know it's going to be a bunch of y'all in the comments, but she probably really had a problem having a baby. I'm not saying she didn't. I'm saying I believe that they go for convenience out there, the black girls with money. It all started with Kim Kardashian. When she started having babies with convenience with the surrogates, now all the black girls in Atlanta want to do it too. The fact is this, black women have not had nearly as many fertility issues as the clears. Y'all want to just go in there and let them doctors tell y'all off the cuff, just go try IVF. And that's what's messing everything up. But I'm just saying, I don't believe she had the fertility issues that she said to the magnitude in which she said. I think she went for convenience, and I think, unfortunately, it didn't work out in her favor. Because she said it herself, she had IVF issues, not actual fertility issues, okay? Now, that's going to go over y'all head, windmill on each other in the comments. I'm not about to go back and forth with nobody. So now, she's talking to the girl, and it turns out at 32 weeks pregnant, the lady found out that she was diagnosed with breast cancer, so they had to take the baby early, and she she had to go right into radiation and chemo. Now, this was kind of messed up because having the baby at 32 weeks is, number one, not good for the baby. But also, Shamir feels a little guilty because she feels like, girl, if I didn't have you have my baby, maybe you wouldn't have the cancer. And the lady was like, no, honestly, it's good that I was pregnant because that's the only reason I was able to get tested and things of that nature. Now, Shamir goes into tears because she feels a bit of relief, but she kind of also feels like, oh, I kind of, did this to you or whatever the case. But she says that her baby was tested. I can't remember for what syndrome or whatever it was. She said everything came back negative. She was just like, but this is Shamir's words, not mine. She said, after trying IVF, she said 7 rounds, I think. She said, and failing, she had this lady impregnated with her seed or her egg. She was like, and she ended up pregnant, but it was an ectopic pregnancy, which means she may not have the fertility issues that she thinks she has. This is just me guesstimating. I'm not a doctor, But I will tell you this. A lot of doctors are telling y'all women a lot of stuff that's not right. But consult with your doctors. I'm not going back and forth with y'all. But anyway, she was telling the girl that, she tried and she just couldn't. And it really hurt her heart when she, lost the baby that she was carrying. And that she wants another kid because her husband wants more kids. And she need another surrogate. So basically, Shamir out shopping again for another womb. And the lady, I didn't know, runs an agency where she just basically pimps out uteruses and gets the girls pregnant. All the celebrity girls in Atlanta. She got a gang of them. And she said, you know what? I got you, fat. I know somebody, that I can get you, have your baby for you. And I say, go ahead on, girl. Let's move on. So now Bridget goes to meet up with Kelly. They got 2 dogs. What's her dog name? Mimosa? And I forgot the other girl dog name. But they girl dog moms or whatever, or dog moms. I don't know. But they sitting down, and once again, Bridget looked light-skinned on the couch, but dark-skinned it down in the confessional. We'll get there in just a second. But Bridget wants to know if Kelly caught the shade of Kenya asking about her wedding ring and was like, girl, you need to just worry about your divorce. And of course she did. Oh, and by the way, she also brought up the fact that her and her husband, they got married during the Rona and they trying to have a wedding or whatever the case may be. But she said it ain't going to be like the party at the Sterling Hall. Oh, let me get her voice.
My husband and I, we're going to get married, but it's not going to be like me being 3 hours late. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to have my dogs on time because I'm not going to be like Porsha and show up late.
Like I said, if you could just get you a nasal strip, just one, a nasal drip. I don't care, something for the nasal. Just get it, girl, please. So anyways, she was like, girl, yeah, so you definitely need to come down to the wedding. We gonna plan something or whatever, something big. She was like, I'm just glad to have my husband, but I do want to have an actual wedding. Girl, y'all throwing money away, girl. Throw me the money. I'll throw you a wedding, girl. The best wedding you'll ever have. Do you hear me? Now, Kelly goes on to talk about how she asked Porsha why she took that lady husband. And she was like, I really just wanted to know. Like, I don't understand why everybody was all up in arms. She was like, and then Shamir jumping up for Porsha. It's like, girl, it's giving like lapdog tease. Like, why is she doing all of that? And Shamir was doing too much at the end of the day. But anyways, Bridget is over there listening and she was like, yeah, I saw that. It was just a lot of shade happening at the party. But this is where it gets crazy. So now Kelly tells Bridget that her husband, because Bridget was like, girl, what's going on with you and your divorce? And she said that her husband, this is Kelly, my girl, the Pisces girl, the little bitty girl, the old Lil Kim. She said that her husband had stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from her doggone business. And he want child support, spousal support, any support, all support. And he's trying to take everything from her. And I see, oh, girl, you better than me. And you trying to open up another business before this doggone wedding? I mean, this divorce? Girl, you stronger than I would ever be. Yeah, I would need a hug and a cry too, girl. I would. But I want to know if when 2 plastic faces rub together, does it start a fire? I'm just asking a question, girl. Put it in the comments. Let's move on. So now Drew invite the girls out to do a workout, to drop it with Drew. It's the girl Angela and Shamir, because she's trying to get to the bottom of what happened down at Shamir party. Angela was like, girl, I ain't gonna lie. I did think that was messed up how they did you down at your party or at Shamir party. Like, they kind of ambushed you. And Drew was like, yeah, she did. It was kind of like she was really coming for me on behalf of Porsha. She was like, but I kept telling her it really wasn't nothing like that. It's just that Dennis came at a time in my life where I needed a man the most. And he was all the man that I ever wanted and needed. But it's all innocent. I don't understand the big problem. So now here comes Shamir overdoing it per usual. She's ready to get in, get her stretches in. So they get to the workout portion of the doggone thing. And it's the part. Shamir hollering about, I'm coming to drop it with Drew. Girl, Drew can't drop nothing. Drew looked like a fish out of water over there trying to do the medicine ball. Girl, Drew ain't never worked out a day in her life and it shows. That's just that on that. So now after the workout, Angela confronts Shamir and was like, Shamir, why was you really going to bat for Porsha like that? Like, Porsha a grown woman. You really was ODing trying to check my girl Drew. And Shamir was like, I really wasn't trying to check her. I was just asking a question for me. And Angela was like, well, girl, it looked like you was asking it for Porsha. And then look at Shamir. I was asking it for me. I asked Drew a question and it was for me because what I wanted to know. No, you weren't, Shamir. No, you weren't. You so used to being in Porsha's shadows, even when it's your time to shine, you don't even realize you over there helping up for Porsha and doing everything for her. No matter what Shamir says, Shamir, you was ODing as far as checking this girl Drew. And it's given, Porsha told you to get on here and do that. But let Porsha do her own dirty work. Please, for the life of me, let Porsha do her own dirty work. But she's going to go to bat and say that that's not the case, that it wasn't like that. And girl, I don't believe nothing Shamir is saying. But I will say this, Shamir. If your bald head ass going to come on here and not be the boss that we say and think that you is, if you going to come on here and be around here licking up Porsha, then I'm going to ask you to get up off of here, okay? Tread light. Let's move on. So now Porsha and Pilar is out rock climbing and Dennis is supposed to meet them there because Porsha has a few things to ask Dennis as it pertains to Drew. So Dennis shows up looking like a grandfather. Paw. And he has no clue that Porsha's about to basically railroad him and ask him what's he as it pertains to him over there filming with Drew because she feels some type of way. You know, Dennis, he's a cheater, but he's a calculated one, at least in my knowledge. So now Porsha's giving him a hug. You know that type of hug where you used to mess with him, but y'all don't mess no more. But if, you know, you get drunk enough, you'll still let him hit. That type of hug. You know what I'm saying? You know. So she sits down with him and was like, you know, Dennis, you told me you was working with Drew. I saw y'all was over there at the party or whatever, but I really feel it was disrespect because you my baby daddy and I don't want you over there filming with Drew. She said, I need you to be my support system as I divorced from another man and I don't need you giving her no type of support. I need you all mine because this is my show. And so, what's his name? Dennis was like, girl, all them husbands you done had, I had to sit back and watch. Now all of a sudden you want me to not film with somebody? First and foremost, I'm making money with Drew. If Drew want to use the show to promote her album, we got to promote Drew's album. You feel what I'm saying? Because like Dennis said, girl, the girl album was supposed to come out a month ago, but she's using the show to promote it, and that's more money in my pocket and in Pilar's pocket. So, yeah, I don't need you coming in between that. And I'm with Dennis. Girl, this is business, not pleasure. But Porsha don't want to hear that. Porsha is over there hollering, but you're still my baby daddy. I don't feel like you should be filming with her. But this is bigger than you, Porsha. Bigger. Dennis is a hustle man. He tired of slinging hot dog weenies. He want to only sling his, not all the other ones. He's trying to make a new way. He asked if he was messing with Drew. He said, I'm not messing with her. I'm cool with Wreck-It Ralph. I'm just trying to get to this coin. And you're going to have to understand that. And I'm with Dennis. So she goes off to the side. Look at him. I know a bitch in need when I see one. And she's definitely in need of a shoulder. Dennis, wiggle yours so she can't lay her head on your shoulders. Oh, no, ma'am. Go find you a new Nigerian to put your head on, fat. Don't double back on Dennis. No. And then she got mad because Dennis wasn't giving her no attention and went in the back with the fake cry. And they was like, have you ever talked to Dennis to tell him how you feel? He doesn't deserve my tears. I can't believe him. He's my father. This is my show. He's the baby of my father, the father of my baby. And I just want someone to be loyal to me. Girl, loyal? Girl, are you saying loyal? You should not use those words, Porsha P. Not you. So, girl, they get in the car and she's cursing Dennis out. And I'm saying, where is Pilar? Is she in the back while you telling that man that he will need to be filming with Drew because you his baby mama or something like that, girl. I don't know. I say I hope P. Laura's in a safe space and I watching her mama cut up on her daddy because she don't want the same thing happen to her that happened to doggone Phelan and Simon. Wife number 6. You can't make this up. But Dennis says she tripping, and I'm with Dennis. She is tripping. But Porsha is doing her. She have anger management issues, so she's going through a couple of things. And that was the end of the episode. Like I said at the beginning of this, I don't believe every bit of this here storyline. I think that it's heavily produced, and I think that that's exactly what we're watching, a storyline. But you guys, let me know what y'all think. Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see y'all heifers later, girl. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.